Floods across Central and Eastern Europe caused 10 deaths, thousands to be evacuated. Flooding across Central Europe has resulted in the deaths of at least 10 people and led to the evacuation of tens of thousands, with towns and industrial sites in countries from Poland to Romania affected by the rising waters after several days of heavy rainfall. Storm Boris has caused rivers to swell across Central and Eastern Europe on Sunday and Monday, since the rains began Friday, according to officials. As a result, factories and stores have been forced to suspend operations, and emergency measures have been implemented in several regions. In the Czech Republic, more than 12,000 people have had to be evacuated, with Prime Minister Petr Fiala calling an extraordinary government session on Monday. In a statement on social media platform X, in Litovel, the Morava River overflowed, submerging around 70% of the town and forcing the closure of schools and health facilities, according to the mayor in a video on Facebook. In the capital Prague, flood barriers were put in place. In Ostrava, an industrial city of 290,000 people in northeast Czech Republic, the Borsod chemical plant, which is partially owned by China's Wanhua Chemical Group, has been shut, according to a spokesperson for the company. OKK Koksovny, one of the largest producers of foundry coke in Europe, stopped chemical production but was continuing to keep coking batteries at minimum levels, spokesman Jindrik Vanek said. There is water that has started rising, and there must be a breach of the flood barriers, he said. We are without electricity and we are heating our batteries with coking gas, keeping them at technological minimum, he added. Veolia Energy's Trebivis electricity and heating plant site, which is 9 miles from the border with Poland, cut hot water and heating supplies to large parts of Ostrava following flood damage, the company said in a statement. At the moment, the supply of heat and hot water in Ostrava is interrupted, the company said. The key technologies remained undamaged and therefore, if the situation develops favorably, we estimate the restoration of supplies in a few days. Poland to announce disaster. Poland's government is due to meet on Monday morning to call a state of disaster. Polish Deputy Minister of Internal Affairs Czesław Mroczek told Polish radio on Monday that thousands of firefighters, police officers, and soldiers had fought the floods in the past 24 hours. He said that the government was still working to determine the scale of the damage. The government, as announced, will make a decision to introduce a state of natural disaster. We are consulting with local governors, said Mroczek. On Sunday, Prime Minister Donald Tusk urged residents to listen to evacuation warnings. Unfortunately, in many places, we are seeing repeated instances where some residents are ignoring the level of danger and refusing to evacuate, he said in a statement. On behalf of all services, I remind everyone to immediately comply with this request. Remember, if you refuse to evacuate, you are creating a serious danger and problem not only for yourselves but also for the emergency services, as it hinders their overall operations, said Tusk. In Romania, flooding affected 8 counties, the country's emergency unit said. Prime Minister Marcel Ciolacu visited Galati County, where 4 people were found dead. About 5,000 homes were damaged and 25,000 were without power. The priority is obviously to save lives. At this moment, we have all the necessary logistics to intervene quickly, Ciolacu said. Devastating floods. Slovakia's capital Bratislava and Hungarian capital Budapest were both preparing as the river Danube rose. Southern Germany and parts of Austria have all been hit by heavy rainfall. Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán said on X on Monday that owing to the extreme weather conditions and the ongoing floods in Hungary, he has postponed all international obligations. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen, in a statement on X, said she had heartfelt solidarity with all affected by the devastating floods in Austria, Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland, Romania, and Slovakia. My thoughts are with the victims and their families. Thank you to all those helping for their tireless work. The EU stands ready to support, she added. Reuters contributed to this report.